Hi folks, May 30th shop update. Take a look. We've shown these a couple times on social media, but we're starting to bang the rest of them out. We're able to film them. These are the Mars Curiosity rover 1/10 scale replica wheels. Pretty cool little part. The thing I like that I was proud of is a DIY expanding mandrel. So after we've turned the ID section, which is straight walled, we can slide it over here and, oops, sorry about that. And we can drive this screw in, which expands this mandrel out. That lets us have access to this outside profile, which is curved over like this. And then we can take this whole mandrel setup with the part on it over to the 770, and the 770 with the 4th axis. We wanted the 770 because of the 10K spindle. We've got some long tool paths with small tools here. Does a great job on that. So we got to make 6 of them. So we got some more work to do, but nevertheless, really happy with how those are turning out. Wanted to ask you guys a question. It's getting to be summer again here in the shop, and it's hot. It's just hot. We can't swing air conditioning here long term. That's something I'd like to think about because it's got the benefit of helping the machines out as well as worker comfort. But I really think we're going to try to pick up one of those big ass fans. Does anybody have like actual firsthand experience buying one or installing one? We've had a couple phone calls with them, and they make all these different tiers. You can go to Home Depot and buy an actual branded version, or their industrial version that's like 2 to 3 times more expensive, and you're getting the salesman pitch of gearbox and sealed and warranty and life. But I would love to know from any users. I've also heard that the gearbox versions are a lot noisier than the gearless versions, which certainly could make sense, but again, would love any data points there or input. We have a new intern, Daniel, who within his first week here, we got him working on a workflow of CAD, CAM, setting up the machines, work holding, and making a part. This is actually for his, I think it's a mini bike type thing, but it's a new sprocket and just super cool. Like, so much to be learned from a relatively simple part here. You know, he was drilling before doing a rest machining adaptive, doing the second op work holding with a little mini pallet, and the dowel pins with screws. Like, really makes me happy to see that happening, and helps him add value here by making parts and learning. We just did our 200th Wednesday widget. Feels awesome to hit that hurdle. Really, you know, all this stuff with the Australia trip and the vacation and hiring people up here and taking that next step in terms of processes, and then hitting that sort of 4-year mark, 200 videos since I moved from New York here and really started doing this full time. Really cool. So thank you guys for all the support. That's really cool. We're going to keep doing the widgets for now, but I think, or I know, we're going to start to shift. They may be called the Wednesday widgets, but instead of doing a hodgepodge of videos, I want to focus around a long-term build. And if there's one thing that gets me excited, it's tying everything we do together, from machining to design to work holding to electronics and Arduino and pneumatics and hydraulics, and a project. So that project is this, a full-scale Johnny 5 functional robot. And I say long-term build, I mean it. I mean like multiple years, I think. But we've already got started. We have a huge head start from the folks at Input Inc., who have basically a full-blown CAD model already done, which is seriously a huge hurdle. We have already found the original, again, courtesy of the Facebook group, Input Inc., we found the original conveyor tracks that they used, and then we laser cut them down to match the shape, and then we're printing pads for them. We thought about machining them before we found them, so that's a video in and of itself. How are we going to machine these and make, you know, relatively high quantity of them? Ed quickly lasered out some template jigs so that we can get an idea of what the part's like. An awesome way of using either laser printed parts or 3D printed parts before we commit to more expensive material and longer, you know, machining processes of the actual plate or material itself. So really super cool, super happy with that. We have a new plan of attack on our Haas machine and the 5th axis. So I think I mentioned this in a past video, but the honest answer is we've had it for 2 years, and it just sits there. That machine has been so busy generally making fixture plates, and that's a really good problem to have, but it's not fun. I don't get to use it. I don't get to think, expand. I don't become a better machinist or better person, and you guys don't get to enjoy it. So the goal is to sell it. The plan is to sell it. If anyone's interested, it is for sale. with the caveat that our goal is to try to build up enough inventory where we can maybe have one last hurrah with it. I've got like 5 parts I'd really like to make on it, and if it sells, great. The goal is to get rid of it so that we can get a real 5-axis machine, and that may not happen right away, but that's the goal, and that's how you get there. If we do not sell it, then as soon as we can get some inventory up here, I've got some projects to make. If you guys have anything specific you want to see or hear, let me know. But most of it's honestly 3+2, as is the case with most 5-axis machining. A couple of sort of true simultaneous 5 stuff, but I'm actually pretty excited to give that one last go. And then, look, I don't want to say we made a mistake, but I'm looking forward to having a real dedicated 5-axis machine and spindle, so that this machine can do what it's good at, and we've got one for production and R&D and all that stuff. You guys want to see an awesome example of quality of life, lean shop improvements? Take a look at what Ed made. A great example of where the Boss laser is also, or any laser, is amazing. Roll to hold your green tape, super glue, activator, putty knife to separate it. It needs to get balanced. We may just add a weight or something, but really quick, easy, iterate on it, and you've now got the super glue work holding cart. Amazing. Ed's got to make some improvements, and then we'll absolutely figure out a way to share this on the NYC CNC website for you guys to print or make or laser out your own version of it. So folks, as always, thank you. If anyone is in Sweden, we're going to be in Stockholm here in a few weeks. I think it's like Friday. Actually, I think it's Midsummer's Eve, so Friday, June 22nd. So if anyone who wants to get together, I'm going to a Sandvik event, and then I've got a couple days of sightseeing who would love to meet up. I've already got a couple people that I'm talking to for like maybe a Friday or Saturday sort of thing. Otherwise, I will see everybody in September at IMTS, which will be exciting. We've got our Sunday event at M-Hub. We're calling it the Manufacturing Entrepreneurship Summit the day before IMTS. I mention that now only because I know people are already starting to make IMTS plans, whether it's personal or for work. And then finally, I'm just throwing this out now, our sort of soft goal is probably later this summer to have a big sale, yard sale, auction, whatever here. We've got plenty of stuff that we just don't use, and that's okay. It was stuff that I loved owning when this was a hobby, or it's something I thought we were going to use, and we just don't use it. So some machinery, some tooling, some just stuff. We will be sure to make a list of that stuff or get more formalized on it, but we're going to do it in person. Some of the stuff is too big to ship or deal with that. We're going to kind of have it be a one-day event. So we will make sure to mention that and get a list together. Again, we're talking months away, but just wanted to give kind of a heads up on that sort of thing. Otherwise, folks, take care. See you soon.